Let's just go across now. Let's go back actually to West Bengal. We have with us Amit Mitra, who is Finance Minister under Mamata Banerjee. He's on the show with us. We also have Sagarika Ghosh and Chandra Bose of the BJP. But let me start with Mr. Amit Mitra. Mr. Mitra, thank you for joining us. Congratulations to you. A big win there. Was this, and I've been asking this of various Trinamool leaders as they come on, because you've now had some time in politics, is this a kind of election that you've never seen before, never fought before?
Yeah, I think the key point, Vasu, is that in 2015, this is not about battle for Bengal. This is a battle for the soul of India. Why am I saying that? In 2015, the RSS General Secretary, who's now General Secretary, Mr. Bhosabale, he said something very important. He said, we, the RSS, want the BJP to win all the state elections, because only then can significant social, political and cultural changes take place in the country.
Right.
And 2014 election, he says, victory should be the starting point of this long mission.
Okay.
So please understand, this statement is absolutely contradictory to the RSS's own constitution, section 4C, which says Sangh is aloof from politics. I'm quoting from the constitution.
Right.
So there's been a tectonic shift in the Parivar, where they have chosen two instruments, primarily Mr. Modi as an instrument, with whom they had fights in Gujarat throughout his period, to win every state. Now they've lost in Delhi, they've lost in Chhattisgarh, they've lost in Rajasthan, lost in Maharashtra, all that, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, doesn't matter. Bengal became the defining moment. Why? Because they were crushing the essence of Bengal and the soul of Bengal. Now, Ramakrishna Paramahansadev said, Joto Path Tato Mat. That's what they were crushing. They were essentially plurality of Hinduism, which is why it has survived for so long. Many streams of thought, including the Charbak materialism, all this, and you know about the Gauranga Mahaprabhu's arrival as a bhakti movement from which Hare Krishna has emerged today. So Bengal consisted of many types of thoughts. Now also, in my own constituency, out of 20 Durga Pujas, 8 Durga Puja chairpersons are Muslims. And in the Eid Milap, out of 40 Eid Milaps I have visited, 15 were chaired by Hindus. So that's the soul of Bengal. And Qazi Nazrul Islam, many people do not know, was a founder of Shyama Sangeet, which is songs to the ode of Ma Kali. And he was a namaz reading Muslim. So behind the Battle of Bengal was the statement of the General Secretary of the RSS, every state has to be won. And only then, we can do the social, cultural change that we would like to bring about. So Bengal was the peg.
Okay. But let me ask you this, because I guess you're reading this verdict as having thwarted that attempt or that project. But the fact is that the BJP has come up from 3 to 78. It's obviously not as good as their performance in the Lok Sabha, but still 3 to 78 is a huge jump. So would you at least concede that there is a chunk, a fairly substantial swath of the electorate that has subscribed to that that thought or that ideology or that message?
I think it is not so much just the ideology. Massive money power. You know that 94% of the bonds were taken by BJP. They spent 27,000 crores in 2019 elections. That was one. The second was every conceivable method with no concern for means. I mean, Amit Shah, as Home Minister of India, says, Didi ko ukhad ke phenk denge. What is this language? So what I'm saying to you, and I heard you say in another show, oh Didi, it was not meant as a endearing term. It was meant as a very sharp thing that you do not say about a woman.
No, I said it in that context. I said it in the context of it being used to mock and kind of, yeah, like.
Exactly. Now, what I want to answer to your question is, yes, some people have voted for them. That is democracy. But my own sense is they have not voted for them for the long-term ideological reason of undermining the plurality of India and the unity and diversity of India. They may have voted for them pecuniary reasons, which I said huge money has been spent here. Every chief minister of BJP, every member of parliament were stationed. 2 5-star hotels were taken where people were staying. So the problem is, if you create the division as your agenda, some people will find themselves benefiting from the division.
Okay,
but obviously the kind of developmental work that Mamata Banerjee did, Kanya Shri, you know, it has won the highest award in the United Nations. The government of India has given us 4 major awards.
This is a scheme, for those who don't know. This is, I believe it's a one-time cash payment of 25,000 rupees to young girls, young women, to prevent them from early marriage. Is that right?
It's not only early marriage. It is also, what it targets is lowering the dropout in colleges, in schools. And it is linked digitally from the school. So it goes straight into their account. Bicycle program. Do you know, it has now shown that it has significantly reduced the dropout rate.
Right.
Nobody knows, which I want to share with you, that Professor Ghatak from London School of Economics has done a work showing when Mamata Banerjee came to office, 20% of the people were below the poverty line. Today, 14%, 6% drop in poverty line in 8 years is not known in India. So even those who voted for BJP benefited from the massive schemes, and we hope that, seeing the trend of Bengal, they will reconsider their decision in the future.
Well, let me ask you this, because you still sound very much like Finance Minister of West Bengal. I know you didn't fight this time from your seat in Kharda, perhaps health reasons and so on, you know, with COVID. But does that mean that you're sort of not going to be back in the thick of it? I mean, there are, you know, ways in which you could still come back to that position.
Vasu, I am back in the thick of it. If you saw my tweets for the last few days, for the last few months, if you have seen my article in a major newspaper, continuously emphasizing, on one hand, Mamata Banerjee has created history by the kind of development recognized by the government of India.
No. I'm asking you not. I know you're in the thick of the political, but I'm saying, are we not going to see you back in the government in some shape or form? I mean, you know,
you will see me with Mamata Banerjee, for which I resigned my position at FICCI, as you know, 10 years ago. Gave up my international and national networks. Why? Because I felt this was a lady who had the guts, the capacity to do this. So I'm going to be with her. And that is why I'm here to speak to you.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, we wish you congratulations, and we wish you all the best in whatever role you carve for yourself. Amit Mitra, thanks very much indeed for coming on. Okay,
Thank you very much, Russell.
Let me go to Chandra Bose and Sagarika. I'm so sorry, Sagarika. I've been dying to go across to you, but we've just been getting all these voices one after the other. Sagarika, so I mean, it's been a very, very dramatic day back and forth, Sagarika, with this, you know, huge win by Mamata, just focusing on West Bengal, and then this kind of late evening twist in Nandigram, which now it seems the Trinamool is contesting.
What a day, Vasu. We started the day, you and I, talking in one direction about Bengal. And now at the end of this day, we're talking in a completely different direction about Bengal. I love that about election analysis. But, you know, what a day and what a victory. I mean, this is unprecedented. You were there in Bengal. I saw the intense, aggressive mobilization of the BJP against Mamata Banerjee. I mean, to pull off this kind of a win, I mean, this landslide, it's a 2/3 majority. And she's done it in the face of enormous odds.
Right.
And, you know, the vote share of 48%, Vasu, I was just looking, that's the same vote percentage that Rajiv Gandhi got in 1984 after the assassination of Indira Gandhi, that major election.
Yes.
It's that kind of vote percentage. So, I mean, she's just really crafted history. But, I think this is a big day for Indian federalism.
Right.
It's a big day for the federal polity, and it's a big day for the regional satrap.
Right.
Amit Babu was talking to you earlier about Bengali culture and Bengali exceptionalism, and I think the
Right.
Bengali nation is alive and well. And clearly, the pollsters and us journalists who go with a Delhi mindset, and
Right.
we're in the mahal of a sort of dominant national party, and we
Sure.
think about the national party winning every election. But actually, the local realities and regional realities are so very important, and local leaders and regional leaders must be seen in the context of regional politics.
No, that's
So
true.
I think this has brought the opposition roaring back into contention.
Yeah.
Regional leaders from Mamata Banerjee to Pinarayi Vijayan to
Stalin.
have emerged,
Yes.
and to Stalin have emerged and shown that in fact this is the day of the regional satrap.
Okay, the day of the regional
boss.
satrap across the board, but also Chandra Bose, Dorab Supariwala also joining us. Chandra Bose, looking now back at this campaign, would you say, because I remember we used to talk about this on our programs, that you did find some of the rhetoric by your own party leadership distasteful, perhaps certain aspects of the campaign were not above board. Would you say that those were mistakes, some of the the terrible comments, the mocking, the Didi oh Didi, even campaigning, the Prime Minister himself, Corona roaring across the country, he's still there addressing huge crowds?
Well, first of all, I must congratulate Mamata Banerjee, the Trinamool Congress. Although Mamata Banerjee has lost in Nandigram, but her party has very impressive, results that we have seen today. And I must also state that the Bharatiya Janata Party has also done exceedingly well. From just 3 seats in 2016, we have risen to about 80 seats in 2021. But yes, we have fallen short of expectation. We have fallen short of getting the magic figure to form the government. I think we need to do retrospection where we went wrong, because Bengal culture is somewhat different. As Dr. Amit Mitra has stated, I partially agree with him that Bengal is unique. Bengal is an inclusive society. People of Bengal, they don't divide on religious lines, and they feel that politicians should not bring religious symbols into politics. So I think that message is very loud and clear. You see, Mamata Banerjee's appeasement of the minority community cannot be countered by appeasement of the majority. So we need to do inclusive politics to really counter her appeasement politics that she has practiced. So I think we have learned a few lessons. Yes, I fully agree that politicians and political leaders, they set an example to the people. They must exercise constraint while talking in public. A lot of speeches and a lot of words have been used, which are certainly unparliamentary.
Okay, well, that's
which
quite,
we must exercise caution in the future.
Right, that's
cutting
quite
across
candid of
political
you.
lines,
That's quite
but
candid of you
BJP
to concede that. But let me just come back to you. Yes, let me just come back to you.